Dealing with narcissistic abuse. Reclaiming your shine. Narcissistic abuse is a pervasive form of emotional and psychological manipulation that leaves profound scars on its victims. Unlike physical abuse, its damage is often unseen, slowly eroding a person's sense of self-worth, identity, and ultimately, their capacity to shine, to fully live their potential. Let's explore the nature of narcissistic abuse, its debilitating effects on an individual's ability to thrive, and provide practical, actionable strategies for survivors to heal, rebuild their confidence, and reclaim their inherent right to live a life filled with purpose and authentic self-expression. The shadow of control. Understanding narcissistic abuse and its impact on your potential. At its core, narcissistic abuse stems from an individual with narcissistic traits, or narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, who systematically seeks to control, dominate, and exploit others for their own gain. These individuals often exhibit a profound lack of empathy, a grandiose sense of self-importance, and an insatiable need for admiration. The abuse manifests through various tactics, including gaslighting, which makes the victim question their own reality and sanity, constant criticism and belittling, which chip away at self-esteem, manipulation, emotional blackmail, and isolation from supportive networks. The abuser often presents a charming facade to the outside world, making it incredibly difficult for victims to articulate their experiences or gain external validation. The very idea of shining or expressing one's unique talents and desires can feel like a direct threat, as any personal achievement might trigger the abuser's envy or contempt, resulting in further devaluation. The victim learns to dim their light, suppress their ambitions, and avoid anything that might draw attention or deviate from the abuser's imposed narrative. This deep-seated inhibition prevents them from pursuing passions, asserting boundaries, or engaging in activities that genuinely reflect their interests and values, effectively stifling their potential and trapping them in a shadow of their true selves. Emerging from the darkness. Practical strategies for healing and empowerment. The journey to reclaim one's shine after narcissistic abuse is challenging but profoundly transformative. It requires a deliberate and sustained effort to dismantle the internalized narratives of worthlessness and to rebuild a strong, authentic self. The following practical strategies offer a roadmap for healing and empowerment. First, acknowledge and validate your experience. The first crucial step is to fully acknowledge that you have been abused and that the harm you experienced was real and significant. Narcissists often deny or minimize their actions, leading victims to doubt their perceptions. It is vital to recognize that the abuser's behavior was a reflection of their own issues, not your inherent worth. This involves actively processing the trauma, perhaps by journaling about experiences or talking to trusted individuals who can offer validation. Understanding the tactics of narcissistic abuse, for example, gaslighting, love bombing, devaluation, can help survivors intellectualize the dynamics, reducing self-blame and fostering a sense of clarity. Secondly, establish and maintain strict boundaries, though no contact if possible. Setting firm boundaries is paramount for psychological safety and reclaiming autonomy. For many, this means implementing no contact or low contact with the abuser, effectively cutting off their access to manipulate or exploit further. This may involve blocking phone numbers, emails, and social media, or, if complete separation is not possible, for example, co-parenting, establishing rigid and specific limits on communication. The goal is to protect your emotional and mental energy and prevent re-traumatization. This act of self-preservation is a powerful assertion of your newfound agency. Thirdly, rebuild trust in yourself and your intuition. Narcissistic abuse systematically erodes self-trust. To counteract this, survivors must consciously work on reconnecting with their inner wisdom. Start by making small decisions independently and observing the positive outcomes. Practice mindfulness to anchor yourself in the present moment and distinguish your own thoughts and feelings from the echoes of the abuser's voice. Journaling can be a powerful tool for self-reflection, allowing you to process emotions, track progress, and identify emerging patterns of self-worth. Over time, these practices help to strengthen your inner compass, making you less susceptible to external manipulation. Fourth, cultivate self-compassion and self-care. Healing is not a linear process, and it is crucial to approach yourself with kindness and understanding. Rather than berating yourself for past vulnerabilities, practice self-compassion, treating yourself with the same empathy you would offer a dear friend. This involves prioritizing self-care activities that nourish your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. This can include regular exercise, a nutritious diet, adequate sleep, meditation, engaging in hobbies that bring joy, and seeking professional therapeutic support. Therapists specializing in trauma recovery and narcissistic abuse can provide invaluable guidance, helping to process complex emotions and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Fifth, reconnect with your authentic identity and passions. A key aspect of healing is rediscovering who you are outside the abusive dynamic. This involves revisiting old passions, interests, and values that may have been suppressed or forgotten. Explore new hobbies, learn new skills, and engage in activities that genuinely excite you, even if they feel small at first. Reconnecting with your true self allows you to pursue goals that are intrinsically meaningful, rather than those driven by external validation or a desire to please. This process of self-discovery directly fuels your ability to shine authentically. Sixth and last strategy, build a supportive network. Isolation is a common tactic of abusers, leaving victims feeling alone and unsupported. Actively seek out and cultivate relationships with friends, family, or support groups who offer unconditional, positive regard, validation, and encouragement. Surrounding yourself with people who celebrate your successes and provide a safe space for vulnerability is essential for rebuilding trust in others and in the world. These relationships serve as a mirror, reflecting your inherent worth and helping you see yourself through a lens of love and respect. I kindly invite you to take this moment to digest and meditate for 2 minutes. The next video will provide more assistance, strategies, and tools on living your full potential. Thank you for listening.